Hello guys, what's up? Hope you are doing good. Have you noticed some change? Yes, there are two change here. First one is the background. Some of the guys have said that it's not looking good, so I change it. And second one is that my hair has grown up a little bit. Forget about it. Okay, now let's get into the topic. And today we will going to discuss about the meaning of goods and services in GST. We have seen that the levy of GST is on the supply of goods or services. So, we should take a look at the meaning of goods in GST. According to section 2 subsection 49 of model GST law, goods means every kind of movable property other than money and securities, but includes auctionable claim, growing crops, grass and things attached to or forming part of the land which are agreed to be served before supply or under a contract of supply. In the definition of goods, there are a lot of words in which we should focus on. The word movable, property, money, security, actionable claim, and things attached to or forming part of the land. We should now discuss on each of the words. In order to fall any material into the definition of GST, it should be movable. So the immovable property is not a good. Immovable property include like houses, residential property or any other material which need to be dismantled before moving from one position to another. In the famous case law UOI versus Delhi Cotton Mill, it is also settled that in order to make any article into the goods, it should be marketable. So the test of marketability is also very important to make any goods in GST. The definition of goods not only covers the tangible properties, it also includes the intangible properties too. Intangible properties like trademark, electricity, and copyright is also an intangible property. So it's also a goods in GST. We all know that what is the meaning of money, but it's especially defined under section 2 subsection 65 of model GST law. We should take a look at what is written there. According to section 2 subsection 65 of model GST law, money means Indian legal tender or any foreign currency, check, promissory note, bill of exchange, letter of credit, draft, pay order, traveler's check, money order, postal or electronic remittance or any other instrument recognized by the Reserve Bank of India when used as consideration to settle an obligation or exchange with Indian legal tender of another denomination, but shall not include any currency that is held for its numismatic value. So the meaning of money is not limited to only Indian currency. It also includes foreign currency, letter of credit, demand draft, bill of exchange, etc. Security includes share, stock, bond, derivative, government securities, and units in mutual fund. It has the same meaning as assigned under Section 2H of Security Contract Regulation Act 1956. According to Model GST law, actionable claim has the same meaning as assigned under Section 3 of Transfer of Property Act 1882. According to that section, actionable claim means a claim to any debt other than debt secured by mortgage of immovable property or by hypothecation or pledge of movable property or to any beneficial interest in movable property not in possession, either actual or constructive, of the claimant, which the civil court recognizes as affording ground for relief, whether such debt or beneficial interest be existing, accruing, conditional, or contingent. So basically, actionable claim is a claim on unsecured debt. So the example of actionable claim include like the transfer of unsecured debt, claim for arrear of rent, and the right to claim provident fund. So the transfer of all these items will be a good under GST because the actionable claim is especially included in the definition of goods. So the transfer of all these items will also be treated as a good. But one more point here is a note that suppose the one financial institution or bank transfer the unsecured or secured portion to another financial institution under SARFAESI Act 2002 will not be treated as an actionable claim. And one more important point here is that the GST will be payable only on the charges related to transfer of the unsecured debt. Suppose we are transferring a loan, an unsecured loan of 10 lakh rupees, and the charges here is only the 20,000. So the GST will be payable only on the 20,000 and not on the 10 lakh worth of loan. So that is very important point to note here is that. Growing crops, grass and things attached to or forming part of the land which are agreed to be served before supply or under a contract of supply is also a goods. But the standing tree are not goods as it is not movable property. We have seen the meaning of important words in the definition of goods. So now we shall again go back to the definition and understand it in a better way. So the goods means every kind of movable property. So the goods means every kind of movable property. It means the goods should be movable, and the intangible property can also be a goods other than money and securities. So the goods should be other than money and security. Money means and include also the bill of exchange, promissory note, check, draft and etc. And securities means share, bond, debentures and mutual funds units, etc. So the goods should be the movable and it can be intangible, but goods should not be money and security. So security and money will not be good at all, but goods include actionable claim like the claim on unsecured debt, growing crops, grass and things attached to or forming part of the land. The goods also include the growing crops, grass and things attached to or forming part of the land, but the standing tree is not a good because it is an immovable property, and which are agreed to be served before supply or under a contract of supply. So the things like growing crops, grass or things attached to forming part of the land may be agreed before supply. So those actions which are agreed before supply will also be a good or under a contract of supply. So this is a complete definition of the goods. It should be movable and intangible property can also be good. Actionable claim is also a goods, or growing crops, grass and things attached to forming part of the land which are agreed to be served before supply or under a contract of supply is also a goods, but the money and security is not at all a goods. Schedule 2 of Model GST law also covers certain transactions which will be treated as deemed supply of goods. First transaction is mentioned under para 6A of Schedule 2, which says supply of goods by any unincorporated association or body of persons to a member thereof for cash, defer payment or other valuable consideration. And second transaction cover under para 1.3 of Schedule 2, which says any transfer of title in goods under an agreement which stipulates that property in goods will pass at the future date upon payment of full consideration as agreed is the supply of goods. It covers financial lease or hire purchase of goods. So financial lease or hire purchase of goods is also a deemed supply of goods under GST. Thanks for watching the video. If you like it, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The link of revised model GST law is given down in the description. You can ask the query by sending an email on sharwangst.148@gmail.com sharwangst.148@gmail.com. We will cover the topic what is the meaning of supply in the next video. Till then, bye bye.